Front of you, it's really exciting because if you look closely, you can actually, first of all, this growth here that you're looking at is only about 3.5 weeks old. These vines were dormant, completely dead dormant until about 3 weeks ago. So as you can see, once the bud break happens, it grows pretty vigorously. And if you all want to like look a little bit closer, look, turn around, whatever, you can see the little clusters are beginning to form. You see that? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you guys see them?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So is it an older plant is right better? There. Is an older plant better or worse, or does it matter? Or?
Yes and no. It gets once a vine is 35 years old, it really slows down production. And since we're keeping our yields, we're training them to have low yields anyways, then it really starts to slow down production. So typically the magic number is that 35 will actually pull and replant. That makes the winemaker really happy, and the accountant is really happy too, because it's a nice balance between the really awesome quality of fruit, but it's still producing enough for us to make wine that we need to make. But having said that, we do have that 65-year-old. We have some 50 and 60. We have a few blocks that are really old where we just deal with the fact that we make less and less of it every year. The one behind the White House is called I Block. And it has a really culty following, and we make less and less cases of it every year. It just is what it is.
Better,
absolutely, absolutely. It is amazing. It's the and of course this being Sauvignon Blanc and being in there for so long in the ground, it's really minerally. So it really has taken on the quality of the soils, which it's gorgeous. Yeah. And of course, all these different aged vines that I was talking about are going to have different needs, right? So the baby vines out there, they're going to need a lot of nutrients and nitrogen and water, and they need to be babied. And of course, the 67-year-old here needs absolutely nothing from us. The trunks are this fat; they're like an old tree. It gets everything it needs from it. It deals with drought. It deals with too much rain. It just deals with anything. And of course, as you can see here, we do have irrigation system hooked up to these, so we can irrigate these vines if we have to. But one of the facts about vines are they love being stressed. Vines love working hard and being stressed. The more you stress the vine, the better the quality of the fruit is going to be. So what we do here is what we call dry farming practices, and that means we want these vines to find their own water down below. There's water down below under the ground, and these roots should be able to find their own water down below. So we of course monitor them, so if there is a drought we can irrigate, but they're very tiny amounts of it. It's actually overgrown already, so I can't really show you, but it's just a tiny little opening right near the rootstock, and it would get maybe a teaspoon a week, if that. Wow. Yeah, so very little, and the rest we want them to find their own water.